My next guest moved to the United States from Tehran when he was 12 years old. He's hoping for a change. Sam Asghari is an Iranian American actor and producer. He was also famously married to Britney Spears, and he joins me live now. Thank you so much for taking the time. Really appreciate it. So you joined the protesters in Los Angeles in support of the protests in Iran. What were your thoughts when you heard over the weekend of these strikes and also the death of the Ayatollah?
You know, it was a bittersweet moment as we had been protesting for not just these past few months of what was happening in Iran, and the regime was crackdowning on the people that were protesting for their basic human rights, and they were being murdered. You know, more than 40,000 people were being murdered, and I was dealing with social media messages and emails, and basically for them to ask for help, and I was becoming a voice and making sure the rest of the world was hearing their voice as well, using my platform. And I was joining into the protest in hopes for the other people that are outside of Iran to know about the situation in Iran. And when the Ayatollah was struck, we had celebrated in diaspora, and I know that people in Iran were extremely happy for the situation, and they were saying that, you know, death was just not enough, but we were so glad that he was finally out of the picture and basically creating hope for the Iranian people.
You talk about hope, your friends, your family, do you have hope for new leadership, and do you think it's a reality? Do you think that there could be a full-blown 180 change, new regime, peaceful coexistence with neighboring states, with the United States? From what you can tell, having lived there, having studied this, do you believe that that's a realistic possibility?
The Iranian people have been waiting for this moment for 47 years. You know, this is not the first time that they're asking for a regime change. They have been asking for this for a very long time, but this regime was a totalitarian, absolutely evil regime that was having a major crackdown. I mean, they were shutting internet, they were shutting the people of Iran, you know, basically covering their mouths and covering their words, and basically shutting their entire communication with the outside world every time that they have asked for basic human rights. So we were dealing with this situation for a very long time, and the people that had left Iran, they left for that very exact reason. And for me in particular, you know, I feel extremely responsible to be in the United States and to have had the taste of freedom, and I have the opportunity to speak on behalf of those people. And yes, I do have 90 million immediate family members in Iran, which I consider brothers and sisters, and I do have a responsibility to speak on that, and that's why I'm here today.
And you say speaking on their behalf because I don't think a lot of people realize this. You have a short film that I want to talk about that you're producing. It's a story about gay Iranians, which everyone will know that wouldn't fly in that country. Why is telling that story so important to you, and maybe so important to you now, given there is a lot of conversation about what life has been like under that regime and what life could be like moving forward?
Naturally, I have become a human rights activist, you know, living this life and experiencing the life in Iran, and, you know, coming to America and seeing what it's like to have freedom. Especially freedom of speech. So, you know, having a platform in Hollywood, especially being an actor and a creator, it is beautiful to tell those beautiful stories and be an ally to the community, especially to the community that means so much to me. My best friends, my managers, everybody that's close to my heart, you know, deserve that. And people in Iran, especially the community that I love and adore so much, they deserve that, and they don't have that opportunity to even live in a country like Iran or to even speak on it. So if I have that platform, I'm happy to use it, and I'm going to do everything in my power, and I consider it a responsibility.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.